Gender budgeting in India has helped, but women need more economic freedom and better access to public goods. Did India's gender budgeting impact any gender patterns in the society? Why gender budget is need of hour in gender-sensitive societies like India? What is the significance of gender budget? What can be done to improve gender equality in India? GS Paper 1 Role of Women, Social Empowerment. What is the context about? India formally adopted gender budgeting in 2005. In that year, Finance Minister included in the budget documents a separate statement on spending programs that benefit women in particular. Every Indian budget since 2005 has a statement that lists out schemes meant specifically for women. There are two types of schemes that are included: those in which the entire provision is for women and those where at least 30% of the money is meant for women. 16 states have also embraced gender budgeting over the past decade. Did India's gender budgeting impact any gender patterns in society? A new research by International Monetary Fund shows that states which have adopted gender budgeting have tended to move towards greater gender equality measured by female-to-male enrollment ratios at different levels of schooling. The impact is more intense when it comes to primary rather than secondary schooling. The IMF economists also show that gender budgeting has a significant impact on spending on infrastructure. However, gender budgeting alone is unlikely to solve the massive problem of gender inequality that not only prevents women from living a full life but also hurts economic growth. Why gender budget is need of hour in gender-sensitive societies like India? Gender budget initiatives are attempts to disaggregate the government's mainstream budget according to its impacts on women and men. It is need of hour in addressing gap between policy commitment and allocation for women by emphasizing on adequate resource allocation, putting pressure and focus on gender-sensitive program formulation and implementation, mainstreaming gender concerns in public expenditure and policy. By being a tool for effective policy implementation where one can check if the allocations are in line with slated gender-sensitive policy commitments and are having the desired impact. What is the significance of gender budget? Gender budget is helpful in improving women's economic equality, improving effectiveness, efficiency, accountability, and transparency of government budgets, revealing discrepancies between what a government says it is doing and the actual impact of government policies, offering a practical way for the governments to implement their obligations under international human rights agreements such as the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. What can be done to improve gender equality in India? When programs and policies are designed without women's needs central to their foundation, we're setting ourselves up to fail. So women and girls' voices should be taken into considerations in global and national decision-making. Giving majority of girls access to using basic technology such as phones and computers. If we want girls to be able to complete education, we have to end child marriage. We also have to seriously address sexual harassment of girls. We should make education gender sensitive. There has been much progress in increasing access to education, but progress has been slow in improving the gender sensitivity of the education system, including ensuring textbooks promote positive stereotypes. This is critically important for girls to come out of schools as citizens who can shape a more equal society. Raising the aspirations of girls and their parents is one of the key strategies to change how girls, families and society imagine what girls can be and can do. We need to give girls images and role models that expand their dreams. When mothers are educated and empowered to make choices in their lives, they enable their daughters to go to school. We also need a concerted campaign for equal pay for equal work worldwide. Legislation, economic incentives, and pledges should be adapted and replicated everywhere. Supporting women in non-traditional jobs is crucial in not only making long-lasting change in their lives but also help break social taboos.